Welcome to the Paintbrush Prairie podcast. I'm Kinsey Ashcraft, a boutique owner, firefighter wife, and mama of 2 cowgirls, homesteading on a cattle ranch in Oklahoma.
And I'm Talia Watcott, a Western artist and illustrator, mama of 2, and wife of a mountain man, raising babies in the mountains of Utah.
Together, we share a passion for the Western lifestyle, homemaking, and Indian paintbrush flowers.
We're here to inspire and encourage you as we each create a simple but beautiful life on the prairie. So, this one is one that I actually haven't done yet. I need to sit down and do it. But like I said, this last January was kind of busy. But I had the idea near the end of last year to sit down with my calendar for the entire year and kind of like make a plan of like little goals that I'm going to achieve throughout the year, which, okay, that sounds really novel. Everyone does that. But I think just picking certain things that you're like, that are important to you, that you want to get better at. So it's kind of like these little mini like self-development goals. So for
Kinda
example,
like habit stacking a little bit.
yeah, kind of. So obviously we have like eating good, tracking macros, working out, like obviously that stuff. But I'm talking more about like things that will make you a better human. Almost like if you are in the Charlotte Mason like homeschooling world, like the mother culture aspects of life. So like you were talking about how you have been reading all of these amazing books that you're reading because you're amazing and can read. And I am the worst at reading. Like I love reading. But I just can't figure out how to fit it into my life. So, but that's one of those things that I'm like, okay, I want to make a goal to read. For me, 1 book a month would be like pretty big deal for me just because I I just don't make it a priority. I'm bad because I'm like, for me, reading feels like a luxury.
Yeah.
And it's not watching a TV show for me. I'm like, man, if I got to sit down and read a book, like, whoa, that would be
It
really a luxury.
calms me. Like it takes away like a lot of anxiety and stuff for me. So and 2, I have older kids. So there were years where a book a month was a stretch. So I've been there too. And I'm just in like a season where my kids are older and we've got more of a structured schedule where I don't have to stay on top of it all the time.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit more margin to do that. So I get that too, though.
Yeah. But just things like that. So reading, um, another one that I had an idea for myself is like sewing projects because I have like a bunch of sewing projects that I've had on my like Pinterest board or in my brain that like, oh, I need to make that for Cheyenne or I need to sew this or that. Or I want to, like, I want to sew Cheyenne a dress or, whatever it happens to be. And I never actually put it on the calendar. So guess what? It never actually gets done because I'm like, oh, I'll find time to do that. No, you won't. You won't find time unless you actually put it on the calendar and plan for it. So, so sewing projects was another one. Like I if I can do one a month or one every couple months, whatever. That's just one of my ideas. And then there's lots of other ones. Like if it's redoing a room in your house, like I have a few of those that I want to do. I need to paint some stuff, It's more than just like, oh, I have these things that I'd like to do on this Pinterest board. It's like actually writing them, penciling them in on your calendar and making a plan for them. That's that's where the breakdown happens for me. And I'm like, I can't be the only one.
Yeah,
So,
I'm the same way. My calendar, which I have a paper planner too, because I'm one of those people, but my calendar app is probably my most utilized app on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And it might seem ridiculous, but I completely agree. Like if I don't plan it, it's not gonna happen. Or I'm gonna forget it too. So
Mhm.
I feel like maybe I'm not being forgetful. I think I just have too full of a brain. But if I don't put it as a reminder or an event in my calendar, I'm gonna forget it or it's not gonna get done. So I have like I love if you're an Android user, I don't know how y'all live, but if you're an Apple user, then like in our phones, they have reminders and they incorporated that into our calendars, which I love. So like I have them where I have daily tasks, like even like something that might seem routine, I still have it in there and I like checking things off too. It makes me better. So I have like daily tasks, I have things that pop up on a certain day every week. Um, and it's just like I've noticed that I've been getting more done. And so, yeah, I I love the calendar app, and I think it's important. Like I even in my paper planner, I don't have the reminders all on there, but I have like events, but I have my goals and like projects and things that I want to do written down. But I also have them broken down by month. So it's like, okay, this month, this is our goal. And like, this is what the steps that we need to take to accomplish this in these 30 days. So I think that's been like super helpful. Not going to say it's going to all get done, but we at least have a
Yeah,
plan.
exactly.
So Talia is probably a lot better at this than I am. But our next one is get ready each day, even if you're in comfy clothes. So do your hair, makeup, shower. I will say I've been helping my mom a lot at her insurance office, so this makes me do that. Um, if I were at home every day, I can't say that I would be super great at doing this. Um, especially like in the summer because I am outside and I'm gonna sweat. So, or we're doing
Right.
it and I'm gonna
I
sweat.
don't I don't blame you. You live in Oklahoma. That's like
Yeah, the surface.
summertime in Oklahoma. It's like, why even bother? It's just gonna melt off your face in 2 seconds.
You just walk out and it looks foggy, but it's just the humidity.
Yeah.
Amazing
Yeah.
weekend to didn't grow anything here. So yeah, the summer I don't even count because I'm not putting anything on unless I'm going to like help my mom at her office. But I will say like there is something psychological I think about getting ready for the day and doing your hair and makeup and being more productive. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of weird science, but I have found that when I do feel more put together, I have a better day and I feel like I do more. I don't know why that is, but it is that way for me. I don't know if it's that way for you, but
It is like the light switch for me. Like when I don't get ready and when I do get ready. It's like as soon as I put some makeup on and make sure that I'm like looking presentable, then the rest of my day will go well. And I feel like I am just like ready to tackle the day. So this is so different. I mean, I have changed so much over the years, but I used to be like the the comfy person who would just like wake up and like stay in my jammies, like not get ready for like hours. Like when Cheyenne was first born, I don't know if other people have experienced this, but I went from like working every day to being a stay-at-home mom with a baby and like you have zero expectations on you or like your schedule. You just like make your schedule. And so there were some days where it was like hard to actually try and get out of your pajamas and put some clothes on and get some makeup on. I'm not like that anymore. I feel so good when I wake up and even so Cody goes to work really early in the morning and so when I wake up with him, I haven't been waking up as much because I've been working out and it makes me a lot more tired.
Mhm.
But when I do wake up before the kids, I will go and put my makeup on first thing, even if it's 4 in the morning. I'll go and put my makeup on and get ready for the day. And it so since it's been cold in winter, I haven't always gotten my like gotten fully dressed. Sometimes I'll just do my makeup, but at least if I have my makeup done and my hair done,
Yeah.
then it takes 2 seconds to change into my regular clothes,
Okay.
like, when the kids wake up. But because the biggest thing is, like, taking care of your face. Like, I hate trying to do my makeup and get ready when the kids are, like, running around screaming, like, being wild in the mornings, like, I just hate that. It's a terrible energy, and when the kids wake up, I want to be able to give them as much of my attention as possible, and that's partially because they're both at ages where they need routine and structure, and if I leave my 3-year-old to his own devices, it is not good. Like, he needs as soon as he wakes up, he needs some kind of direction to be heading, because otherwise he's gonna start hurting animals, and he really loves our dogs, but sometimes he doesn't know when to stop because he loves very roughly. So anyway, uh so if I'm at least ready or half ready and my makeup is done, my hair is done, all I need to do is change my clothes, then I'm ready to give them attention as soon as they wake up and get their breakfast going and get homeschool going and all the stuff that I need to do as soon as they're awake. And then I don't have to like worry about getting my own stuff done because it's already done. And it makes it so that I'm in the zone, I'm ready to go. And the other thing is like if you wake up really early and then you have time before your kids wake up, whatever you do at that time, whether it is like doing work, so I'll wake up in the morning and do work before the kids wake up, or if you're just doing some like me time or whatever, just having that done makes you want to do it more. You know what I mean? Like being ready for the day makes it so that you can just like turn it on and do it, and whatever your goal is and whatever you're supposed to be getting done, that light switch has been turned on and you're mentally ready to do it. So, I don't know. It works.
I think that's why I like working out early too, because I'm disgusting. So then I just take a shower and get ready like normal, and then I
Yeah.
have my day. So
Yeah.
I
Yep.
like I said, I'm a very creature of habit, so I like a routine and I like to stay on routine. I'm very kind of type A too, so it's like I don't know. I don't like changing things up once I get in a rhythm.
Yeah. And the other thing is like I know it's a simple thing for some people, but when you have little kids, sometimes showering is not the first priority, and also working out helps you make sure you do that because you don't have a choice because
Yeah.
otherwise you stink.
Yeah.
you know? So, but even showering, it's important for your mental health.
Mhm.
It's a weird thing, but for some reason when you are showering regularly, it really does make a difference. So, next one is get as much sleep as you can. And this is a very broad spectrum, I know, because if you have a baby, that could be like 5 hours of sleep and you'll be lucky. But if you have older kids, then you might have a little bit more control. Unless you have teenagers, then you might also have no sleep. So it just depends on where you're at in your motherhood journey. But so I'm not going to say like, oh, get 8 to 9 hours because that is like a dream for me right now is like 8 to 9 hours like that would be amazing. But get as much as you can, especially because it's dark for such a large portion of the day, and you can wind down because there's not as many activities. And so it's not like summertime where it's like light outside until 9:30, and so your body doesn't want to turn off and you don't want to go to bed because you want to be outside doing all the things. This is the time of year where you can really bank up on that sleep, of course, depending on where you are at in your motherhood stage.
Hibernation season.
Yeah, it's true.
So, since I just talked about needing a routine, get out of your normal routine. So, that could be go for a drive, visit a different town, plan an outing with your family. It's easy, like, to be like me and get in a routine, and every day just feels like monotonous or repetitive. So it is healthy to like change things up and, go do something. We kind of going back to the calendar, we try to, put a thing here or there on the calendar that we can kind of look forward to, which is also fun, especially for our kids. That, just something simple. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be anything that's expensive either. But just making a plan and planning it and making it happen, but kind of switching it up and not making every day just have to be, your to-do list. So,
Yeah. And I kind of I think of this I think back to when I was teaching in a school setting. These months would just drag on, like, because every day at school it was just like same old, same old. Kids were getting tired. They were kind of just like done, you know. For some reason, February, March is just like really hard when you're a school teacher because
hmm
the kids just they start to get a little restless. They're ready for spring break, And so I think that's the beauty though of having a good normal routine is like if you are very solid in your routines, then when you do plan something, like you say, plan something special, then it does feel really special, you know. Um, whether that is a vacation or if it's just an outing, like it could even be going sledding or something in a different place that your kids aren't used to, just something to kind of make it feel more fun, just take advantage of the time of year.
Kinsey here. If you aren't familiar, I own a rural boutique and general store, and this year I am celebrating 10 years of business. I had a storefront in our town for 8 years, and over the last 2 have operated online only out of a little shop that we fixed up on our ranch. I carry a wide variety of items from home decor, gifts, toys and goodies for the cow kids, a curated selection of vintage Western pieces handpicked by me, as well as our own line of ranch goods called Farm Girl Cattle Co. Talia and I actually work together on my Cattle Co line, so when you purchase from that, it's like you're getting a little piece of both of us. My shop has also started offering custom embroidery for small businesses, farms, and ranches. I work hard at providing a little something for everyone while staying on brand and true to my style. If you'd like to shop and pick up a little something for you or someone else, you can shop at farmgirlboutique.com and use the code PRAIRIE for 10% off your order. If you're local to Ada, Oklahoma, you can also choose local pickup, or if you fancy shopping in person, you can find a small selection of my items at 1931 Legacy Ranch on Main Street where we first got started.
All right, so the next one, I haven't done this for a few years because money has been tight. So if you're in that place right now, just don't worry about this because this doesn't really apply to you. But if you are in a place where you have a little bit of extra to work with, it can be really nice to just like refresh your wardrobe a little bit. And when I say refresh your wardrobe, I don't mean like go out and spend like $500 on a whole bunch of new stuff. I mean, just like look at what you have. And if you are in desperate need of some certain items, go and treat yourself and buy some of those new things. So, one thing that I did recently was I was running out of socks because all of my socks had holes in them,
Mhm.
and I started having this like this goal that every time my socks would get a hole, and then when my socks get holes, it's not like a hole in the toe that you can like stitch back together. It's like it's worn through the bottom, you know what I mean? And or like the heels completely worn through. So I just started throwing those away. Like if it's got a hole, I'm throwing the pair away because I'm not going to be walking around with holy socks. Like I have more self-respect than that. But it had gotten to the point where like I had thrown away so many pairs and not replenished, and so I was really running out and I would end up not having socks. So I went and bought a couple of packs of socks from Walmart. And it seems so simple, but that small thing has brought me so much joy because I'm like, oh man, I have like new socks
I
and I
did the
feel
same
so
thing.
good.
I did the same thing last month, and it was like a pack of like Hanes off of Amazon, and I think it was like I was very happy too because it was like a 10 pack for I don't know
Yeah.
$14 or something. They're like they're not ankle, but they're not like crew, like they're in between.
Mhm.
And I'm like, these are
Yeah.
so nice, and they're just white
Yeah.
ones. And yeah, I'm like, this is 33 right here.
Dude, we are so similar. It kills me. I bought like a 10 pack of Reebok like crew socks because I decided I'm like, I can't. Oh my gosh. This is where I am like a total nerd. But I started going to the gym and I'm looking around and I like look at what I'm wearing. I'm like,
I don't
I
fit in
have
here.
like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I thought that I was like in style, but apparently I'm not. I'm like really outdated.
I definitely am because like all these young people have like these matching outfits and stuff. And I'm like kicking it old school, like what I wore to softball practice, like cut off t shirt, like an old shirt and my shorts and like tennis shoes and socks. I'm like, let's go. And
Yeah.
ew, like you're you belong. And then they'll have their makeup on and I'm over here just sweating. I'm like,
Yeah.
please don't get
Oh,
me so
that's the beauty of going to the gym when there's like high school girls that go there. They're like their hair is like they first of all they've got extensions, which I'm like just, praying that I'll be able to afford or I'll get my hair to grow, one or the other. They got extensions, their hair is curled, they've got their like full makeup on and their cute little outfit and I'm
Lulu
like
Lulu leggings that
yeah, I'm like, "Dang." I'm over here in, like, my husband's old t-shirt and, like, my leggings that are as old as Cheyenne, like, literally. Um, like, my workout leggings are so old and so worn that all the elastic is, like, starting to, like, poke out, you know what I mean? When it starts to just, like, fray and, like, poke out
huh?
through the fibers. Yeah.
I mean, I
Or
feel
I have, like, actual holes in my leggings.
me too. See, I feel like like nice workout clothes, like it might be nice. Like maybe it is like really cool. But I'm also one of these, I'm like, I'm just gonna like sweat and get them disgusting. Why would I spend all this money on workout clothes? It doesn't, I don't know. I guess it just like I can't justify it and it doesn't make sense to me. So it's like when I need a new pair of something, I'll just get it, but I'm not gonna go out and buy a whole wardrobe just to work out in.
Yeah, it's kind of a battle because,
I mean, I get
um
that there are certain things that you might need when you work out.
yeah.
So I that's different. But like having like the matching sets and like having a different color for every day and then matching shoes to match the outfits. Like, I don't know how these people afford it.
Oh, no, I don't know. Especially because workout clothes are so expensive, unless you're, like, just buying Amazon dupes for everything, which I've considered doing.
Also, why are workout clothes so expensive?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
understand.
it's just you're buying the brand a lot. A lot of times you are just buying the brand, but
I swear, just being healthy. If you wanna be healthy and if you wanna look good, it's gonna be $1,000,000.
right?
By the time you, like, go get all of these treatments and go to the gym and pay a membership and then buy the clothes and then all the 50,000,000 supplements you need, and then if you need to go to the doctor and get blood work, like, just you're gonna have to donate a kidney if you wanna be
Oh
healthy.
my gosh. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I know. So I kinda got looking around and I was like, "Hmm, maybe I should, like, try and refresh a few pieces." So I got crew socks because apparently the
That's the thing
no-show
that
socks is like a millennial thing.
it is very millennial because I went to the gym and I felt like I kept being looked at, like, at my feet, and it's like, I'm wearing socks. They're shows, but I noticed everyone in the gym that was under 30 had crew socks on, so that's what my Hanes ones are now.
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
taller.
I was like, I don't wanna I mean, I already look like a millennial, but I guess I can, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm still
dress
semi-side.
a little bit more, yeah. Okay, the whole part thing, I don't understand that. I just do whatever.
That's just how
I've
my
always just done whatever.
I mean, that's just how my hair goes, so I just, like, that's the way it goes, so that's how we're gonna go.
I can't keep track of it all because I just switched to a middle part because I liked how my layers looked better with it. I didn't realize that it was like a thing, and then they're like, "Oh, middle part's out. It's like the side part now." I'm like, "When was the side part out?"
Exactly. Kinda like skinny jeans, like, skinny jeans went out?
That one, yeah, I was like, I didn't realize that that wasn't a thing, and the other one I'm seeing at the gym is, the flare leggings, and I'm like, "Okay, apparently you guys don't remember gym class in 2002, 2003 because everyone had flare leggings then. It wasn't cool. That was all that there was."
And we wore K-Swiss, okay?
That too.
Is that brand even alive still? I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know. It's so funny though because there is a there's a girl, she's like a bodybuilder that I follow, and she keeps posting these pictures of her, and she's wearing shoes that I wore in 2nd grade. Like, they are the exact same shoe. And, like, those little, like, UGG, uh, I don't know what they're called. Okay, I'm not cool, but they're like the UGG, like, slides. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have a heel, but they're like UGG brand or something, but they have, like, I guess there's some knockoff or, other brands. Yeah, I had those shoes in 2nd grade. So when people are wearing them now, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to. That kind of makes me feel like I'm 8 years old again, and I don't really want to go there. So,
I don't want to feel like I'm 8.
especially, especially the ones where it's like I literally wore that in junior high or when I was 11. Like I was at Target with Cheyenne yesterday, and I was looking at the girls' clothing section, and I'm like, I just walked in a time machine and I am back, except for I'm 11 and this is the kind of stuff I wore when I was 11 and it's freaking me out and you will not wear any of this because
Remember oh my gosh, now that you say that, remember those, I think they were called floaties, but they were like the flip-flop type, oh gosh, they were like flip-flop type shoes, but they would like float. And they were like puffy. I'll have to send you a picture. But now that you said that, because I thought I saw some the other day, but I just remember that was like the rage. And I'm like, who came up with that idea that those were ever cute at all? And they were not comfortable. But it's kind of like
I don't know.
Joe's, like, they're terrible for your feet. I'm all about comfort now, too. I'm like, it's got to be comfortable and they need to be good for your feet.
Right. But back to the topic that we were talking about. If you have, a little extra money, look at your wardrobe, see if there's a couple things that you can switch out or add, like some new socks. I also, this is probably TMI, but I also needed new underwear, so I
What
did
mom does
that. I also needed a bra because
again?
I hadn't bought myself a bra for since I was breastfeeding, and you know.
Why? I don't know if that's like a mom. Maybe I don't know. I feel like that's a mom thing though. Like we're always in short supply of the necessities, like bras and underwear, and like will literally be hanging off of you like paper thin. It's like, girl, I see through your shirt.
uh
New bra.
there was a couple times where I would this is way too much information. I can't even believe that I'm sharing this, but I'd get a pair of underwear out of my drawer and go to put it on, and it's half ripped
Yeah,
through the crotch.
like my
It's hanging on literally by a thread. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to throw these ones
it's like
away now.
yeah, it's like my sleep shirts. Like at this Christmas, I had like pajamas on my Christmas list. And every time like
Yeah.
mom or Zach would ask me, I'd be like, pajamas. And they were like, you've gotten like 6 pair of pajamas. I'm like, because I need 6 pair. Literally do not have pajamas to sleep in. Like, poor Zach. But I would literally have like my sleep shirts and would have like a gaping hole. Like gone. Might as well not even wear one. It was so bad. But it's like, why? Why is it this way? Bras, underwear, and sleeping clothes. It
Well,
sucks.
we just, we buy stuff for the kids. It's like my kids get too big for their clothes, and we got to buy stuff for them. And then it's like we never actually take the time to buy stuff for ourselves. So take care of those necessities.
Yeah, everybody should wear a bra.
Okay, speaking of another trend, when did that ever become a thing? That not wearing a bra was okay?
I said that on purpose because, whoa, I'm seeing it a lot. I
Well,
mean,
okay.
okay, disclosure. I would love, this is TMI too, but I would love to be in the situation where I didn't necessarily have to wear one. I mean, I would love for mine to be where they should be, is all I'm saying. But even if they are where they should be, I still feel like you should probably wear a bra.
It's just kind of I I don't know. I've got feelings about this matter. But even if you don't have a lot going on in that area,
But most people
I don't
do.
want to be seeing what you've got going on.
What most people do is not wearing one, is what I'm saying. Like,
They're
please.
not wearing it appropriately or
Yeah,
not wearing it.
not at all.
Okay, and then speaking of something else that's weird, I know this is so random and off topic, but I do believe that shaving your pits is still kind of an important thing. I know I'm really uncool because I'm saying that because it's all the rage to not shave your pits now, and I just cannot get on board
Like,
with that.
please tell me this is not trending. Because you know, these new kids, like, if someone cool starts doing something, then the whole generation does it. And they're wild.
It's it's a thing. I
That's
have
great.
relatives. I have relatives. So, that's all I will say.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Please, please shave. Have you ever watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
It's been a long time. I saw it when
Shave everything.
it Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. I know, like, for a while it was cool to, like, not shave your legs, and I'm like, I don't know how you people stand yourselves, but okay.
Not sure what to cook and tired of eating the same old thing? Check out my meal plan subscription called Hayfield Meals. And no, you don't have to be a farmer or rancher to subscribe. This is actually a wonderful tool and resource for any homemaker. Back in 2018, I started an Instagram account called Hayfield Meals. I was carting food to the hayfield for my husband and dad and got the idea to create a community among other farm and ranch wives who still wanted to gather with their families over a meal during some of the busiest times of the year. For many, that's hay season, harvest, branding, or calving season. But whether you are rural or not, these ideas are for everyone. It was such a fun way to connect with others who live similar lifestyles, and since then has blossomed into something that has really blessed our family. It was my way to bring what we had on our table to the tractor, while also making a hand in the field and kitchen. I expanded on this and decided to provide a service offering a meal plan subscription to take the guesswork out of what to make each week. For $7 a month, your subscription includes 5 dinners, 1 snack, and dessert, planned out with all of the recipes, a completed grocery list you can upload into your grocery app, as well as extras like bonus recipes. It's seriously the price of like a fancy coffee. They are delivered on a weekly basis straight to your inbox each Friday in PDF form, so you can easily print them and throw them in a binder. It's a wonderful gift for others, as I also offer a yearly option of a one-time charge of $77 that gives you 1 month for free. I've had several women gift it to their friends, moms, daughters, sisters, college students, newlyweds, or simply to themselves. All of the recipes are easily modifiable, and I love having a wide selection to reference at different times of the year. It's like building your own little cookbook. If you'd like to subscribe and join my meal plan, you can do so by visiting my website at farmgirlblogs.com/hayfield-meals.
So moving on from shaving,
Yeah, okay.
our next topic is take a bath. But really, seriously, like,
Yes.
take hot baths or go sit in the sauna, purposefully, because it is winter. Like, for us summer girls, like, we need warmth. We're nicer when we're warmer. Um,
That's a
so
fact.
I'm mean when I'm cold. So sometimes a hot bath or like time in an infrared sauna, it can like really perk you up, especially when it's like below freezing outside. So I know like at our some of our gyms in town, if you have a membership, you get to go in their sauna for free. So take advantage of that. I know for me personally, I I'm one of like the weird ones. So like I usually shower in the morning after I work out, but before I go to bed because I can't stand to like get in my bed after I've had like a day. It grosses me out like having dirty sheets. And so I and Zach takes a shower at night, so I always have to take a bath, and I like to before I go to bed because it's like it winds me down. I usually have like some kind of like bath salt or Epsom salt or something because I'm usually hurting because I'm old, and so that's kind of like my time before it helps me sleep too because I have a really hard time falling asleep at night because my ADD brain, and so it's hard to get shut down. So I'll take like a really hot bath and then I'll climb in bed and read until I fall asleep. So, anyways, I feel like that's very relaxing and therapeutic. And again, it's kind of like it's my routine, but it's also like a treat for me.
Yeah, so we started going to an infrared sauna actually it was before Briggs was born, before I was even pregnant with him. Um, and that was like awesome. And I think I've gone maybe like once since Briggs was born. And I really, really want to start going back. It's just a matter of like paying for it.
Yeah.
But I love the infrared sauna because it's not humid. So it's a dry heat, which is like being in Utah when it gets summertime and it's really hot. We just have a dry heat. It's kind of like if you've ever been to Las Vegas in the middle of the summer,
Yeah. It can be like
that's
115.
that's what it feels like and I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I
And you
mean, you
sweat like crazy, but you don't feel like you're like getting choked out
can't breathe
because
like you're in
it's a
Oklahoma.
dry. Like yeah, like it's not super humid. So I love the infrared sauna and the infrared sauna has a bunch of like health benefits because um at least the one that we would go to, they had like different lights
Hmm.
that it would like rotate through different lights and you could pick different lights based on like what you were needing. And I don't know if it really works or not, but just being in the sauna. I was actually listening to a podcast and he was saying like that it doesn't, it's not necessarily going to help you or not help you when it comes to like your muscle recovery uh or like recovering any faster from your workouts, but it's really beneficial if it helps you mentally. And for me, that's like the biggest thing is that like it feels so good. It makes me so happy just that the heat. So, and hot baths, if you can't get to a sauna, a hot bath does the same thing. At least I love it. There was a few years when we were first married that we did not have a bathtub and I like
Ugh.
missed having a bathtub so bad. Like
Yeah.
I love it. So
It's like a necessity. Yeah. If I can't have my bath water like scalding my skin off, I don't want it. I want it to feel like the surface of the sun. Like when I get out, it should look like I have a sunburn.
exactly. Like so I'll put essential oils in my water
Yeah.
and I do like ginger oil and
Mhm.
ginger cuz like ginger will make you expel like toxins or whatever. And I just like will pour sweat. I'll be like sitting in there and there's like sweat pouring from my forehead. I'm like, that's how you know it's working.
Yes. Doing it right.
Is it hot enough? Yes.
I have gotten it too hot before where I did pass out one time.
No way.
Yes, I stayed in there too
My
long.
gosh.
Got like syncope and oh, that was scary and I learned my lesson. Like it was kind of like the boiling frog type thing that I was boiling me. That's
Yeah. You do have to be careful. And the one thing I started doing is like if I'm gonna take a really hot bath, I'll have a bottle of water
yeah.
next to, especially if you're doing like Epsom salts
Yeah.
too. I'll always have water, like a cold water bottle, just so I'm drinking that while I'm in the bath. But all right, we're on the home stretch here. But uh the next one is basically taking care of yourself, but more specifically, taking care of your skin and your hair and your nails because winter, especially if you live somewhere that gets really, really cold, and we, I live in the driest state besides Nevada. And so it just gets really bad here. I mean, people come here from out of state and they're like it's like instant, they just feel like their skin is like a desert. I just live with that all year. So it's really really important to make sure that I'm like doing something about it. And I'm not saying, like, put lotion on every day because most lotions are garbage, but you can use tallow, um, or a good quality lotion, um, just making sure that your skin is hydrated, like,
Mm. I'm big into
just
serums lately too. The tallow
yeah,
serums.
mhm. So, like, for my hair, I started using a hair serum because my hair gets extremely dry, and it's dry all the time, but it's especially dry in the winter, and then, like, my cuticles are just a complete nightmare, so I need to make sure that I'm specifically putting something on my cuticles, whether it's, like, cuticle oil or some kind of something to keep those moisturized. And I think it's important to think of this stuff before it's too late. Because there's been years where I didn't do anything, and then March rolls around and I look like I just crawled out of a sewer or something. Like I am just like I'm like crusty and disgusting, and it takes me a couple months to recover from that in the spring. And it's like, just stay on top of it and you do a lot better. Also, I know we kind of touched on this, but take your vitamins.
Yeah.
And for everyone, that's something different, but you know, uh, whatever it happens to be for you. If you like to take a multivitamin, if you like to take fish oil, I know there's so many different opinions on everything, but whatever helps you. I take magnesium and I notice a huge difference.
It's like the miracle
Um,
supplement.
I I notice a really big difference when I'm not taking my magnesium. So whatever you got to do.
All right. This last thing, which kind of goes along with Talia's, but is get your hair done. Even if it's like a little trim, it can be refreshing and kind of lift your spirits a little bit and just makes you feel better. Just try to take care of your hair. It's important.
Yeah, like I most years before Joe Biden was in office.
There it is.
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? Okay.
Biden.
Um
We call it we have a pre-COVID, we have a pre-Biden.
eh, yeah. Yeah, pre-Biden, let's just say. Um I used to go and get my hair done every winter. And usually it was like twice a year, kind of like you were saying, you'd get yours done. Um but the best thing was when it would be like February or March or even maybe January, and I would go and get my hair done, get some blonde put in, and then I would just walk out feeling like so refreshed, like I had a new like energy.
Mhm.
Um it was just really nice to just get everything trimmed up, get the color refreshed, and just not even doing anything drastic, just kind of refreshing. It's really nice. Now, I have not done that for a few years. Like I said, it's been like 2 years since I got my hair done. And that means like anything. Like I haven't had anyone touch my hair for 2 years. Like I haven't got a trim, I haven't got color. I've let it all grow out. It is my natural except for my very ends. And it is crazy because so I've been taking like progress pictures of like my body just to make sure like I'm losing or growing muscle in the places I want to. But I have one that I take a picture of my back. And so, like, when my hair is down, you can see, like, how terrible, like, how rough of shape it's in. And I have one side of my hair that's like a full inch longer than the other side. Actually, it might even be like an inch and a half. It's like a slope down on my back. I'm like, I should probably get that taken care of. So don't do what I have done. Take care of these things so that you don't look like a hot mess. So that's my goal for this month, is to get my hair colored. We'll see if we can make that happen.
I know it might be trendy. Like, I've seen some people our age that are like, they have some gray hair, but they're not like going gray. You know what I mean? But they just go ahead and color their whole head gray. Don't do that. Like,
I think that's like overkill.
it is, and it's like there is a time and a season for that, but it's later in life. Like, also, I'll be the opposite, and I'll be one of those that goes in the casket with a box colored hair if I have to.
Yeah.
I like I am going to color my hair until I die. So,
Yeah.
I just I don't know.
I think
I
it's
might
a
eat my words when I'm a grandma, maybe. I don't know, but I just I don't know.
it's totally
I
a
think in your
personal
30s is a
decision
little much, like, to go
to
full.
fully embrace the gray.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think that's
no
a little
matter how
overkill.
old you feel on the inside, like, you don't have to look it.
Yeah, that's a bit overkill. Um, I I need like some. I mean, I think I've gotten to a point, this completely unintentional. I know it's like trendy now to like have you have blonde blindness, and so now you're growing out your natural color, right? That's the thing I keep seeing, is like all these people who have been blonde for years and years are growing out their natural color and returning to their roots. Literally. But I didn't do it on purpose. I had no intention of actually doing this, but I just didn't have money to pay for my hair to get colored. So,
Well,
however,
being blonde is more expensive.
it is. And I have gotten to this weird point where I'm like, okay, like I think um I do look better if I have more of my natural color showing and not so blonde. So I'm going to try and keep my roots, my natural, but I just need like a little bit more dimension. My, if I just left it plain, like my 100% natural hair color, it just doesn't have enough dimension and stuff.
Mhm.
Want to lighten up just a little bit, but I
It's
don't think I'll go like super blonde. So,
kinda like mine, like, I'm a brunette, but it needs a little, like, I don't know, needs a little bit of life,
right.
some vibrance, I guess, because sometimes it can kinda be a little dull.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our list of ways that you can beat the winter blues. Hopefully, you guys are having a good winter. I feel like this is the best winter I've had for
Me too.
a few years.
And this is coming from 2 people who, like, we truly do struggle with
Yeah.
seasonal depression. Like,
Yeah.
truly, we hate winter. And we have, in years past, have had really, really hard times. So, we've been there and
Yeah.
tried and true helpful tips there.
And these things are currently helping us.
Yes, we're doing
And
them
that's why we're sharing them with you, is because like we are feeling good because we're doing these things right now.
because this time last year, I hated everything. I was like,
This time the last 2 years, I was in a dark hole. I mean,
I was very
truly.
sad.
Yeah. And very, I mean, I don't know if you felt like this, but very hopeless.
Yeah,
Just, and I mean, there was definitely outside circumstances that played a part in that, but I feel like because we are both making an effort to put ourselves first to an extent and to make ourselves a priority, I think it's really, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's easy.
no,
It's not. It's
quite
actually
inconvenient.
quite difficult.
Yeah.
It's very hard. This, like I said this month of like really making myself a priority has been very difficult in just like figuring out how to do that and not fall back on my like old ways, because obviously the old ways of like not taking care of myself at all was not helping me, and it wasn't doing anything good for my family. So it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel better, then you're better for your family. So it is very important, but it is not convenient. So you have to sacrifice a bit and learn how to schedule and stay on it as much as you can.
It will be worth it. So, if you didn't know, we have a recipe ebook that you can purchase. It has a lot of our really cozy, delicious winter recipes in it that you can head over to our website and grab, so you can finish out the rest of this cozy season with some really good, yummy meals. And especially because, yeah, it's just a good way to support us if you enjoy listening to the podcast. So we're going to try and stay consistent with this time.
Talk about consistency.
Well, you know,
Like,
we
well,
this is just real life.
hey,
And
one step at a time. We're starting with us, okay?
exactly. That's what I was going to say, is like not everything can be the first priority all the time. And so I hope that you guys can realize that we're real people and we're mothers and we're wives, and when we are truly trying to take care of our own health, like we can't do everything. We can't do every single thing that we want to do. So we're just trying to do our best. But so if we aren't 100% consistent with this podcast, I think we're going to just have to be okay with it.
Give us some grace.
We are not machines, and we don't have a team. We do all of this ourselves.
If you can't tell.
So, most of the podcasts that you listen to that are consistent every week have some kind of team that's helping them get everything done.
For sure. They literally just record and then they're done.
Right. They record, someone else edits, or they send it off to someone to edit for them and get it all put up. But not here. We're doing it all ourselves. So it takes time and it takes the right scheduling and everything. So we are doing our best. But with that, I think we're going to go ahead and end. But I hope you guys are having a great winter, and we're glad to be back. So, do you have any last words, Kenzie?
I was just laughing because I think we said that last time, like, we're glad to be back. And then, like, 3 months later, we're back.
Yeah, I think we said that too. But hey.
Is this what the kids say now? For real, for real. We're back now. Like, one for real is not good enough. It's for real, for real.
For real, for real.
We're back.
All right.
I hope this is your favorite millennial podcast out there.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Paintbrush Prairie podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple or Spotify so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, we would be so appreciative if you would leave us a rating and review.
This will help more ladies find us, and it will help us make the show even better. If you know a fellow Western homemaker who would enjoy the podcast, will you please share it with them?
If you'd like to support the podcast, you can become a patron at patreon.com/paintbrushprairie. You can also follow us on Instagram at Paintbrush Prairie.
You can find me, Kinsey, on Instagram at the.farmgirl or on my blog at farmgirlblogs.com to see what I'm up to on the ranch, Western home inspiration, or subscribe to my meal plan subscription at farmgirlblogs.com/hayfield-meals. You can also shop for unique Western goods at my rural boutique and general store at farmgirlboutique.com.
You can follow me, Talia, on Instagram at The Pinion Range or my Western art page at Wapiti Sage Design. You can also purchase my artwork or book a custom piece at wapitisagedesign.com. I also blog over at thepinionrange.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I share the behind the scenes of my life as a Western artist and homesteader. We hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next time from the Paintbrush Prairie.